Today I'm going to introduce you to 6 low-calorie, high-protein sandwiches. Look forward to the introduction of the super easy, low-calorie, high-protein mayonnaise made with certain ingredients. First one is garlic teriyaki chicken and egg sandwich. I use chicken strips, but you could use any meat you like. Remove tendon from the chicken. Sprinkle lightly with salt and pepper. Lightly dust the surface of the chicken with flour. Fry in a small amount of oil. Cook over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes. Then turn over. Here I make the teriyaki sauce. Put sake, mirin, soy sauce, and sugar. Today, let's add garlic flavor. It's optional. It's perfectly acceptable to have the seasonings put directly into the pot. Toss the chicken well in the sauce, turning it over. When the chicken has absorbed some of the flavor, remove it. This time I used less flour to sprinkle on the chicken, so the sauce did not thicken much. So dissolve potato starch in water and add it here. The sauce must be thickened to some extent before it can be used for sandwiches, so add potato starch as you see fit. By the way, teriyaki sauce can be made with sake and mirin, just soy sauce and sugar. If we thicken this much, it's ready to use. Finally, I make over-easy fried egg. Today's egg is a special tasty egg with a yolk of a very deep color. Make them to your liking. I wanted to let the yolk cook to some extent because it's hard to eat eggs that are too half-cooked. Today I bought thin sandwich bread to keep calories down. Spread just a little mayonnaise. Place lettuce on top. Once the chicken is placed on top of it, pour the sauce over it as well. And put fried egg. Sprinkle salt and pepper as you like. The eggs were quite semi-cooked, but looked amazingly delicious. Chicken and eggs are perfect together. Next one is egg sandwich with homemade mayonnaise. First, let's make healthy mayonnaise. Prepare silicone tofu for making this mayonnaise. Today I'll warm it up in the microwave and drain it. Cover tofu with paper towel and warm for 3 minutes at 500 watts. Once removed from the microwave, let cool. When cold, squeeze out the water, but you can drain the water by placing a weight on it as usual without using the microwave. Squeeze the lemon as you will be using lemon juice later. Since the dish is warm and it will take time for the tofu to cool, transfer it here. While the tofu is cooling, prepare the sandwich ingredients. Slice the cucumber. Eggs taste much better with a little added sugar. Today I will also add salt and pepper. This time, the eggs will be made in a simple scrambled egg style. I wanted to give it a slightly semi-cooked look, so I turn off the heat early. Now that the tofu has cooled, put it in a food processor. Tofu should be wrapped in paper towels and squeezed out of the water before use. Add the lemon juice, olive oil, sugar, salt, and mustard. Then mix until smooth and it's ready to use. It tends to be smoother when made with silicone tofu, but I think it can be made with other types of tofu as well. The result is a healthy, protein-packed mayonnaise with a very gentle flavor. I used olive oil, but you can use any oil you prefer. The flavor of the oil affects the flavor of mayonnaise quite directly, so it's good to experiment with different flavors. The shelf life of this tofu mayonnaise is about 4 to 5 days refrigerated or 2 weeks frozen. This time I will use these cute little bread rolls. Make a slit and add the mayonnaise you just made. Place cucumber and crab meat. Add fried egg and you are done. Next one is garlic miso chicken sandwich. Let's make garlic miso sauce. Please use your own miso. This miso has dashi in it, so if you like, you can add dashi powder to your miso paste. Add mirin to smooth out the miso. Add sugar, garlic paste, and white sesame seeds. I recommend adding sesame seeds because they improve the flavor so much. Mix well and it's ready to use. The mayonnaise introduced earlier is also used. I was going to buy chicken breast and boil it, but it was a hassle, so I bought this salad chicken. This is the one with a very light saltiness. It's convenient because it's ready to use as soon as you take it out of the bag and cut it. Slice the tomatoes as well. This bread was sold in 2 pieces, but I want to keep the carbs down, so I cut 1 piece and use it as 2 pieces for sandwiches. My bread knife is getting hard to cut, so I ask my husband to sharpen it. Super thin bread is now ready. Spread more lettuce first because the bread is thin and you don't want the mayonnaise or sauce to leak through the holes. Top with mayonnaise, tomato, and chicken. This miso sauce is quite thick, so it tastes good enough even when applied lightly. And this miso sauce is perfect all-purpose sauce that can be served with vegetables, noodles, and rice in addition to chicken. Stay tuned for other uses later. Next one is edamame tofu nugget sandwich. First, boil the edamame. Wash the edamame lightly and plenty of salt and mix well. In this way, some of the edamame's hair can be removed. This is the recommended way to eat edamame as usual. Since today's recipe calls for removing the beans from the pot, you can simply boil them in hot water without this step. Drain the tofu at the same time. This time place a weight on top. I feel that using this weight is better than using the microwave. Boil edamame in plenty of boiling water. Boil for 2.5 minutes. Once the hot water is drained, let cool until touchable. I took 80 grams of beans out of the pot and sprinkle salt on the rest as a snack. There is some corn left in the fridge, so I will make nuggets with corn as well. Tuna and other ingredients can be added. Of course, it's also tasty when made with just edamame and tofu. Wipe the moisture from the corn thoroughly before adding it. Squeeze the water out of the tofu at the end before placing it in the bowl. Season them with salt and pepper, sugar, chicken stock powder. This is called somichantang, soy sauce, and potato starch. Mix well. By the way, please check out the My Tools and Seasonings link in the description section to see what seasonings and kitchen tools I use. The chicken stock powder, somichantang, mentioned earlier is also there. Form into desired shape and fry in a little oil. It should be shaped to fit the size of the bread used for sandwich. Cook over medium heat for 3 minutes. Then turn over. It has turned a nice golden brown color. The key to this nugget is to make it strong in flavor. This way you do not need to add sauce when making the sandwich. Cook the other side for 3 minutes and it's done. These nuggets alone are fine, but you can also add a simple stir-fry dish using carrots. Shred the carrots. Use any vegetable you like. Remove the oil from the pan in which you just made the nuggets and use the little oil remaining on the surface. Once the carrots are somewhat cooked, season to taste. I had some leftover garlic miso sauce from a previous sandwich recipe, so I added it. You can season it to your liking as you see fit, now with miso sauce, salt and pepper, and so on. The carrots were a perfect match. Let cool before using in sandwiches. This time use just a little bit of mayonnaise and ketchup. Place the nugget and carrots on top. These protein-rich nuggets are really tasty and good as a snack, so you should definitely make them. This is the best sandwich to get lots of vegetables and protein at the same time. Next one is shrimp and tofu creamy sandwich. Again, I will use silken tofu, but other types of tofu may also be used. This one is saved for miso soup at night. As usual, drain the tofu by wrapping it in paper towels and placing a weight on top. Cut off the hard parts of the asparagus. The area still looks hard, so I scrape the surface thinly. Cut the asparagus to the size of the bread. Shrimp were thawed and lightly wiped dry. Use sake to remove the smell of shrimp. White wine is good too. Add a little garlic and butter. When the shrimp are almost cooked, add the asparagus. I want the asparagus to absorb the shrimp broth. I place the shrimp on top of the asparagus to keep the shrimp from getting tough. Don't forget salt and pepper. Add a little more salt and pepper later. Squeeze the water out of the tofu before placing in a bowl. I have some leftover salad chicken, boiled chicken from a previous recipe, so I will use it. You can add beans instead. Cut the previously seasoned shrimp into small pieces before adding them. Add salt and pepper, mayonnaise, white sesame seeds, and miso paste. It's also tasty with soy sauce instead of miso. The texture of the shrimp adds a nice accent to the creamy texture of the tofu. The mayonnaise and ketchup seasoning was so good that I did it again. Top with as much tofu cream as desired. Place asparagus on top. Sprinkle with salt and pepper to taste. Shrimp and asparagus alone are great though. Tofu is added for extra protein and satisfaction. The last one is refreshing bean salad and avocado sandwich. In Japan, there is not much culture of using chickpeas and kidney beans in cooking, so I could not find canned version of them, but I found this bean mix and bought it. It seems to contain black beans, soybeans, chickpeas, green peas, and kidney beans. The quantity is small. These beans are instantly transformed into a yummy, refreshing salad. Add miso paste, soy sauce, rice vinegar, beet sugar. Use honey or sugar instead. and I want to add just a little bit of curry powder. It's great with the added spice flavor. You can skip this. This seasoning is really better than I expected, and I will definitely make it again. I hope everyone will give it a try. It will be good as a dressing poured over a salad. I could do without the eggs, but I like to get protein from both beans and eggs and increase the nutritional value as well. Add a little sugar. Please add a pinch of salt if you want. You can make a fried egg or any type of fried egg you like. I made it like this so that it will be easy to put in a sandwich. I think it's also easy to eat. Add avocado if you like. I'm really happy that this avocado is perfectly ripe. Avocado and the bean salad I just made are a perfect match. I had my husband sharpen my bread knife so it was easier to cut, but it was still difficult to cut it thin. Again, lay down a bed of lettuce to prevent the sauce from leaking out. Add tomatoes as there is some left. Top with an egg and sprinkle with salt and pepper to taste. Spread the beans on top of it. It has been marinated in sauce for a while, so the flavor has soaked in. It's best not to put too much sauce on the sandwich so that it does not get soggy. I didn't add any mayonnaise, but it was surprisingly tasty and flavorful. Which sandwich is your favorite? I'd be happy if you could make it. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video.